Good morning, students. Okay, in the last class, we had done the English 2.1, the clothes line. Now, today, students, we are going to learn a topic on English grammar, that is, kinds of sentences. Before starting the topic, kinds of sentences, children, let us first see what is sentence. And students, do you all remember this topic already we have done in our previous standard? Okay, but still we are going to do this chapter again in this standard also. So let us start. We make use of sentences when we are speaking, reading and writing. Yes, children? So in order to form correct sentences, we place the words in a particular order such that they give meaning to what we want to convey. Yes? For example, children, if I say, saw at the jungle safari, I a pride of lions. Now, this group of words do not make complete sense. So, we cannot call this sentence. Now, let's rearrange these words and see how it is sound. I saw a pride of lions at the jungle safari. Now, this group of words make complete sense. So, we will call them sentence. Now, see the second example. Rainbow of colors has 7. Now, again, this group of words do not make complete sense. So, we cannot call this sentence. Now, students, let's rearrange these words and see how it is sound. A rainbow has 7 colors. So, children, sentences should be structured in a certain way to make ourselves understood. So, what is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. There are some 2 more examples. So, let us rearrange these words to make a sentence. Good are vegetables for green health. Now, these words are all jumbled up. When we rearrange them, it makes a sentence like, green vegetables are good for health. Isn't it, children? See the second one. Similarly, the words like sour grapes are the. Now, rearrange and written as, the grapes are sour. So, children understood what is sentence? Okay. Now, based on their purpose, we classify the sentences in the following 4 types. The first one is assertive. We can call it as also a declarative sentences. Second one, interrogative sentences. Third one, imperative sentences. And fourth and last one is exclamatory sentences. So, let us see one by one all these sentences. Assertive sentences is also called as a declarative sentence. When a sentence makes a statement and gives us information about a noun, is said to be an assertive or declarative sentence. An assertive or declarative sentence always end with a period or full stop. This means, children, that any sentence that is giving us some information or telling us something, declaring something, it will be called it as an assertive or declarative sentence. Now, let us see, understand with the help of an example of assertive or declarative sentence. First one, reading helps gain knowledge. Second one, a poisonous snake bit the boy. This summer vacation, my family is traveling to America. So, all sentences telling us something or they informing us something, they declaring something. So, therefore, all these sentences are assertive or declarative sentences and they all end with the full stop. Now, children, let us understand what is an interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question or requests information is called an interrogative sentence. It always ends with a question mark. So, children, interrogative sentences that ask a question or requests its information. An interrogative sentence always end with an question mark. But children, interrogative sentences are also of four types. So, let us understand one by one. The first one is WH questions. These are direct questions that begin with a WH word. How, what, when, where, why, which, who, whose, whom. For example, how many eggs did the hen lay? Why was the child crying? Where is my book? Now, these are the examples. These are the questions we had asked with how, what, when. So, these types of questions are called as in WHY questions. Second type of interrogative sentence are yes or no questions. Let us see. These are questions for which the answer could be either a yes or a no. For example, did it rain yesterday in your town? Second example, is the teacher going to give us a test today? Third example, will you play with me? So, kindly notice that in all these sentences, the question do not make any WH word, but instead, children, they all begin with the helping verbs like did, is, will. Now, let us see the third type of interrogative sentence is choice questions. These are the questions that contain two or more alternatives or choices. For example, do you prefer tea or coffee? Second one, should I call you Mr. Brown or Sam? So children, sometimes we ask the questions that have the questions that it alternatives or some choices. So this type we ask to the questions to the person. Now let us see the fourth one. The fourth type of interrogative sentence is question tags. These are questions where a tag question word is added at the end of a statement. First one, for example, first one, Rita likes chocolates, doesn't she? Second example, the dog was barking all night, wasn't it? Third example, yesterday they weren't at home, were they? Okay, now children, you all are thinking that what is a tag question? But sometimes we ask the question like in this way also, and we tag the question. Like there are some rules for adding the tag. When a said statement is an affirmative statement, so we have to use a tag, a negative tag. When a statement is in a negative state form, so we use the positive tag. See, first example, let us understood from the first example. Rita liked chocolates. Now, do we follow the rules is we copy the statement followed by a comma. Rita liked chocolates, comma. Then we had added a helping verb, does not, doesn't, followed by a pronoun she. Because children, here the subject Rita. Rita is a feminine gender. We add she as a pronoun and then we have done with the question mark. So now, since Rita liked chocolates is an affirmative statement, that is why children the tag is a negative one. Affirmative means children the positive. First we have to see if the statement is in the positive form, then we can use the negative tag. If the statement is in the negative tag form, then we have to use in a positive tag. Now let us see the second example. The dog was barking all night. Now, the dog was barking all night is an positive statement. That means an affirmative statement. So, the tag will be the negative one. So how we add is the dog was barking all night, then followed by the comma and helping verb wasn't, and at the end we have used the word pronoun it. So we add it because the subject is over here is a dog, and then we add a question mark. Now let us look at the third example. Yesterday they weren't at home. Now this statement is in a negative statement. So we add a positive tag, that is were they, and they is a pronoun, and at the end we have put the question mark. Understood? Okay, now let us go with our third sentence, that is an exclamatory sentence. A sentence that conveys an excitement or emotion of the speaker is an exclamatory sentence. We use an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Let us see for there's some example of exclamation mark, exclamatory sentence. What a pleasant surprise. Hooray, we won the match. How clever you are. Now children note, if a sentence uses an interjection, we put the exclamation mark after it. Now kindly see the second example. Hooray, we won the match. Now here, hooray is an interjection. Yes children, that is why we put an exclamation mark after the interjection word hooray, followed by the statement we won the match. Now let us understand the fourth kind of sentence, which is an imperative sentence. A sentence that gives an order, command, request, suggestion, proposal, or instruction is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence begins with a verb and ends with a period or full stop. Children, an imperative sentence, the subject is missing or it is an implied subject which is considered it to be you, and you is an implied subject is called as an imperative sentence. Look at some examples of imperative sentence children. First one, take a step forward. This is an order children. So if you will look at the statement very carefully, you find that the subject is missing, and instead the sentence begin with the helping verb take. Yes, children, listen it very carefully, children. So here the subject is implied, which we take it to be you. So the statement could read as a you take a step forward. But since in imperative sentence, children, we do not add the subject, we always begin the statement with the helping verb take. So here the sentence is like this way: take a step forward. Now second example, let's go for a walk. Now this is in statement, this is in suggestion. It's giving as a suggestion. So let's go for a walk. Third one, please get me a glass of water. This is in request. Fourth one, do not go too close to the fire. Now this is an instruction. So understood, children? So in this topic we had seen that there are the first we have seen the sentence, and then we have seen that there are the four kinds of sentences. They are assertive, or we can call it as a declarative sentence. Second one we had seen the interrogative sentence. In that, children, interrogative sentence we have seen the four types of interrogative sentence. The third one is exclamatory sentence, and the last one is imperative sentence. Children, just twice time, thrice time, just go through the videos, then only you will come to know what is a kind of sentences. Okay.